Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We are live on Twitch and YouTube. Come hang out. The chat room is filled with people in there right now. Let's see who's in there. Tracy's in there, DeBerry Joe, Shred Bear, Christine's in there, and you can be one of them and talk to them. Just search for us at Tom and Dan Live on all social media, YouTube at Tom and Dan Live, also on Twitch.
We've got 2 affiliate programs going on right now at tomandan.com.
Tell me about them.
And the affiliate programs, it helps us because when you click through the link, they know it's us, and then they give us money for that. And so the 2 of them we have is that we have a $159 carotid artery and stomach artery scan that basically scans to see if you have any chance for stroke, if you have any plaque buildup in your arteries.
Did they call you?
What?
They called me yesterday.
Oh, I can't answer my phone anymore.
Oh, well, they called me yesterday to check on me to make sure that everything was going well. It was like a follow-up call. I'm like, oh, my God, that's very nice. My doctor doesn't even do that.
So if you or anybody in your life, it's $159. There's locations everywhere across the entire United States. Yep. And then that $150 deal is through tomandan.com.
Yeah, it's Lifeline Screening. You can find it right there at tomandan.com, right-hand side.
And the second affiliate program we have is through Surfshark VPN services, and that's it's a company that you could change your VPN to any country you want, and therefore you can go to
any website you want.
Any website you want instead of having the restrictions in Florida, because if you go through a Florida VPN, there are certain websites that no longer work with Florida, and then now you're stuck. And then also
if you're just using your standard internet because your IP address is based in Florida, you're not going to be able to see nothing.
There's a lot of other advantages to using other countries' VPNs. It's completely legal, and it's less than $2 a month, and you get 4 months free if you click through tomandan.com.
Yeah, I mean, there are websites you can go to. You can watch international football and soccer matches using VPN. I've been using it for a decade. That's my buddy Joe that built our very first Tom and Dan.
I remember.
He told me one day, he's like, why aren't you watching the Arsenal match? And I said, well, I can't watch Arsenal. I don't get. This is before we had Premier League.
I remember when
Sunday. And he goes, hey, you just did it very text. He's like, download this, do this, and then I text you. I'm like, dude, I'm watching the Arsenal match on my TV.
I always thought it was more complicated because I'm not a tech guy, and the Surfshark makes it super easy.
It's gotten easier. It's gotten easier.
I literally go to their app on my phone and then just go to Canada and then hit connect. It connects in like 3 seconds, and then I go to any website. It's that easy.
Also, another thing, I don't know if you noticed, and this is, we can end it here, but if you look on the right-hand side, if you swipe over, it'll show you how quickly the connection is. So if you are working, and if you do need a VPN for something, or if you just want a quick connection because you are watching a football match, choose the one that's faster. They give you like 100 different options. So it's super duper easy. Again, find it all, tomandan.com. Click on the link that says Get Surfshark.
Well, speaking of football, and this is American football.
Trump wants to change that. You saw that, right? You saw that?
That's the one thing I disagree with.
Yeah, he's like, we got to change. We got to figure out a way, another name for this football. What are you doing over there? I don't know.
I like he's doing.
Hush, piggy.
He's doing some sort of a hack comedian skit. Where it's like, why do they call it football?
What are they doing?
They should call it handball.
All right.
So Phillip Rivers. So, okay, here's the story. So the Colts have done really well this year.
Great team.
Daniel Jones, they did way better than everybody expected.
Oh, they came out hot.
And they were rocketing towards the playoffs, and then Daniel Jones gets hurt.
What was his injury again, if you don't mind refreshing my memory? Do you know specifically? Because I was like, man,
he got a leg injury first.
He can't play through it like an old 1980s quarterback. Where's the Dan Marinos out there? Man, come on, where's the Marino?
Well, he was playing through it, which caused him to blow his Achilles out.
So he was doing the Dan, and he got the double Dan.
Yeah, and it was on his other foot, too, which a lot of people are like, well, he's compensating, and that's a real thing with athletes. And anyway, so he's out, and his backups are hurt as well. And the only other backups they have are in this podcast world, they nickname him Brett Rippin' Farts because he stinks.
What a great name. Riley Leonard, right?
Riley Leonard.
That's a knee injury.
Yeah.
And then Shavaris Ward, another injury from that. That team's I don't know why they listed Shavaris Ward.
So all of a sudden, the sports world starts hearing rumors that old Phillip Rivers is coming out of retirement and is going to be signed to the Colts practice squad, right? And I'm hearing, so Phillip Rivers, you guys know.
I at first, just because of the number of Phillip Rivers jokes you've made on this show and on when we were in the radio station, I thought it was like one of those, like, you know, like they try to get in front of the story and make something funny.
Yeah.
Like a funny meme that, it's going to get traction. I thought it was fake.
So,
because he hasn't played in like, what, 4 years?
Since 2000. His last game was in 2000, COVID year.
Wait, he hasn't played in 24 years?
No. Sorry, 2020.
I was like, oh my God. I was like, this one, I held my heart for a second.
I call it 2020 2000 because of the other side.
He hasn't taken the field in 24 years. This guy's a stud.
The COVID year was the last year he played, and it was for the Colts because, as you remember, he played for the San Diego Chargers.
2013 comeback player of the year, baby.
And then the Colts signed him for one of those 1 year, one and done deals. Same thing with like Matt Ryan. They did.
He led the NFL in passing yards in 2010 and completion percentage in 2013.
Yeah, that's when he was good.
He's no bum. You can't call him a bum. I don't think you can call him a bum, right?
So he's older than I am currently.
6'5", 228 pounds, and 44 years old.
Yeah, that 228 is old number.
That's wrong. That's wrong.
And they even made a joke about it.
He's sitting at a 254, easy.
They made a joke about it in the press conference where they asked him, some reporter, like, how much do you weigh now? And he laughed. He's like, I don't know. He's like, more than when I walked out the field in Buffalo in 2020.
Right.
And he made a joke, which, by the way, the internet and social media and all sports fans are eating the story alive, including me.
It's because of because look at his all-time career stats. I think this is why. 63,000 passing yards, top 10 of all time. 421 passing touchdowns, top 10 of all time. 209 career interceptions, 64.9 career completion rating. I mean, like, he's not a bum, right?
Yeah,
and it's a cool.
Well, everybody was good at one time,
but it's a Disney movie, right?
Yes. So. Here's my conspiracy theory. All right, so they start this. And he is in the building, and he is throwing passes. Like we're seeing social media where he's in the Colts facilities throwing passes, and I haven't up to date the last second read some in-depth thing of is this gonna happen? But from all the media, it's trending this way, where this 44-year-old Phillip Rivers is going to get back on the field. The last time he played was 5 years ago.
And when is this game? Tee it up for me, baby. When is this?
It's this Sunday.
Okay.
So he's
1 o'clock or 4 o'clock? Or is he finishing the night?
But he's playing against the Seattle Seahawks, which have a really good defense
in
Seattle.
Yeah.
The fifth man. Yeah.
Playing in Seattle, we've been to that stadium and heard how loud it gets. And it is terrible.
Hard place to play. Worst place to play after 5 years of coming out of retirement. Right. So
it'll be the loudest football game of this year.
So
Seattle will put on the full-blown vuvuzela. We're gonna be louder than you've ever seen.
So talk this out with me.
Yeah.
Okay. Because when
lead the way.
So every once in a while in a gambler's life, situations
write
pop
that
up.
down for your title of your book, A Gambler's Life.
So speaking of 2020, back in 2020, a situation like this popped up, and it was super interesting. Where remember, I think it was the Denver Broncos, but a team lost basically a lot of their players to COVID, and including the whole quarterback room, right?
Yeah.
So they started a wide receiver who played quarterback in high school. I
remember that.
And and then it was the talk of the gambling world because everybody was like, they're starting this wide receiver now, and they were going back and looking at tape of him playing quarterback in high school, and it was bizarre. It was like, this guy has.
But I like that. I like the story of
is he good?
This is how far we got to go back to figure it out.
And everybody was arguing is this an opportunity? Should you bet your house against them?
It was Kendall Hinton, who had played QB in college from the practice.
College, okay.
Yeah. And he was immediately signed as an emergency QB. He went 1 for 9 passing.
He was horrible. He was horrible.
2 interceptions.
It would have been you could have, in retrospect, bet your life that you're going to, because of course it is. You can't just start playing quarterback in the highest level in the world with only the last time he played in college. Like, this is insane, right?
Did you know Denver actually asked the NFL if they could dress out a coach as a QB, and the NFL vetoed it?
Yeah, because
This is a lot of fun facts I didn't know about this.
So in gambling, when weird anomalies like this happen, it's a great opportunity to bet. Now, the problem for me as an amateur is I look at it, and so this is where I'm at.
I think you're intermediate now. I think you're higher than amateur because you spend a lot of time coming up with theories.
Okay, but
you're an intermediate gambler now.
So here's my dilemma, right? So I'm looking at this, and I'm like, okay, in the current, like, everybody's like, oh, he's going to get killed. You're wrong about that. The quarterbacks are more protective than they ever been. You cannot hit a quarterback hard.
Well, what's his O-line like?
They're decent, but not as good as they have some injuries, but their O-line is decent.
Is Seattle going to put a lot of heat on him?
Yes.
Yeah. They're going to light him up hard.
Now, but they know that. And so can the offensive coordinator to counteract the fact that they're just going to run up, like, just dump off passes and play runs,
quick releases. Yeah,
you have Jonathan Taylor. Like, he's a good pass catching running back.
Yeah.
Just dump it off. Game plan to not let this guy get annihilated, right? So then I'm like, which way is it? Because should I bet the house on Seattle because they're going to roll out 44-year-old Phillip Rivers, who hasn't played in 5 years, who's 50 pounds overweight, and like, you cannot bring someone off the couch after 5 years of not playing and then him compete in the NFL. That's an insult to every quarterback in the NFL.
Well, you heard
if he competes.
You heard Cam Newton. I mean, Cam Newton's incensed about it. He was literally going. I thought his witch hat was going to blow off his head. He's so mad that they didn't call him. So mad that he didn't get the call. And he's in great shape. He trains every day on Instagram. You can watch it.
Well, here's why they didn't call him Cam Newton is because Phillip Rivers played in this for this team in this offense, and he knows the offense. So you can't bring in Cam Newton because you don't know.
Even with a completely new offense, though, basically?
Well, not in 1 week. Now, they did it with Josh Dobbs back at
but my point is, was the offense running for the Colts at his time? Last game, and they bring him back in, it's still a completely different turn, right? Everybody there is different.
You're right. No,
they're not running the same offense.
It's a different coach.
So why not?
That was like Frank Wright.
But why not get Cam Newton, who's in really good shape, six-pack abs, and ready to go? Other than you don't want to. Cam's theory is they don't want another Shador situation. They don't need somebody detracting from the fact that they are a decent team. They need somebody that can just get in there, manage the game, and win.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. I mean, and also, Cam Newton's no better than Phillip Rivers at this point. They're both old men.
No, he thinks he's better. He thinks he's better.
They're both old men. I mean, let me look at your last game, Cam Newton. You stunk. Anyway, so here's another element of this that I think is
What's
true.
your gut telling you? Because you don't know which way to go, but what's your gut? What do you want? What do you want?
Based on reality.
Okay.
There's no way a 44-year-old quarterback who hasn't played in 5 years can, in 1 week of preparation, even compete in the NFL. And that's
if
that's
you're
what I
so
think is
confident
true.
about
I know,
that,
but
then you have to go with that. And then when it blows up in your face, you can never make definitive statements like that again. That's the learning process.
But I'm basing this off of evidence, like going back to that.
Yeah, but just because it hasn't happened doesn't mean it won't happen.
Well, like going back to that I forgot the player's name in Denver. Hinton. Going back to Hinton, he couldn't compete. And, of course, he couldn't.
Yeah, but I think a college-level quarterback turned wide receiver is different than a quarterback of Phillip Rivers' caliber who knows the reps and the way to do it. I think he has enough muscle memory within his QB
That's
body.
another part,
Like, here's what I believe. If they pulled Brady,
for years.
let's say they pulled Brady out.
Yeah.
There's no relation there, but let's take Phillip Rivers out of the equation.
Yeah.
If you told me Brady's going to play for the Colts against Seattle, I go, I'm betting on the Colts because they're going to win because that guy's taking so many snaps that there's no way he'd be coming back if he didn't think he could do well.
Yeah.
I don't think Phillip Rivers too. That guy's got I didn't know how acclaimed he was, but after looking at his pedigree, I don't know. I think he can do it.
Now, there is an element for Phillip Rivers.
Now, Cam believes in what you're saying. Cam Newton says he's a 44-year-old man. This ain't happening. He's going to get stuffed.
So and then another interesting part about this, and I was telling you before we started recording, is at this point in time, there's so much media attention towards this
Right.
that this game is going to be so interesting if Phillip Rivers plays that it is worth, I'm not even joking, probably 10 to $50 million worth of advertising revenue worldwide, or I don't know.
I think it could be more. I think it could be more.
Like, it is so much of a story that the NFL and the Colts organization benefit so much.
They got them jerseys up online because it could be more. You got a Rivers jersey up there. You're gonna
that I understand this is an meritocracy and they only care about winning. But when it comes down to you got Brett Rippenfarts and Phillip Rivers, and the coaches are like, yeah, I understand ripping farts as like he's young and can move, and then maybe gives us a 2% chance better than Phillip Rivers. But at this point, like the Colts organization and the NFL, they're a business. This is a entertainment company.
Cahoots. Yeah.
And
they're in it together.
And they may say, listen, it is such a story that Old Man Rivers, it's funny that his name is Rivers, is playing this Sunday that it's so much money that you have to play him. And then if that happens, then I definitely want to bet against him.
ChatGPT says we're way low on how much money this could mean for the team.
Okay, what is this?
Because it's basically kind of outlining. It's like once this thing is in play, they're saying, they're kind of predicting if he does well that this could it just opens the door hundreds of millions of dollars because the team keeps succeeding and it becomes like that Rudy kind of that and then everybody's on board. Everybody is on board.
Imagine if he was able. Shit. Oh God,
You're
sorry.
fine. You're passionate. You're fine. You're fine. You're
sorry.
You're a passionate boy.
But imagine if you even if he covers the spread, this will be an amazing story. And that's not even that hard. The spread's plus 13.5.
What do you want? Not what do you think will happen.
Okay.
Tom Van.
Entertainment-wise?
For entertainment-wise, for the story, paint me what you want.
Okay. What I want is for him to start. And we're all because I don't know, because going back to
nobody knows
actually handicapping the game. The Colts have good enough players around them, and if they know Rivers got to get the ball out, and he actually made this joke in his press conference that he's like, they know you can't run away because you're too fat, and then he's like, well, I spent 15 years and they knew that in the NFL.
Oh, that's a good joke.
He's like, I never ran away.
That's a great joke.
He's like, I stood in the pocket and threw the ball, and he's like, so I can never run. So who cares if I can't run now? And then he's kind of right.
Funny. That's very funny.
And so he is kind of right. It's like that wasn't his game. And then if the offense, the coordinators game plan for him just to dump off passes and to hey, this guy can't run, this guy can't throw long because we can't protect him for that long.
He's just got to manage it well.
And we just got to game manage it. Could it happen? And then they may not win the game, but covering the spread and then playing, even giving them a chance. If they have a chance to win, then it was a good decision. Now, it could go horribly wrong, and then he literally they get blown out and it's an embarrassment.
Is that honestly because you consume a lot of this stuff?
That could be on the table.
Let me ask you this.
There's I think greater than 15 to 20% chance that it could go horribly wrong. And it embarrasses the whole Colts organization.
I don't get the amount of football, takes that you get in my algorithm. I get a decent amount, right? But everything I'm seeing is everybody's kind of clowning and saying this is going to be horrible. Do you honestly believe it's or am I falling and other people are just saying that because it is the easy and funnier narrative to be like, this fat guy's going to get up there and goof it all up? I don't necessarily think they'd be signing him if they didn't think he could do this. Well, why waste it?
Initially, now, there's another thing, too, and marketing rules the world. And so there's another thing, too, where they emergency signed him to the practice squad just to bring it because they did have a real quarterback problem. And now there's a lot of other quarterbacks.
But they have a decent record other than starting to fail after their quarterback got injured, right?
Yes.
The Colts. I mean, they're fine.
But they essentially they need to win to make the playoffs. I don't know. There's some other, there's a lot of scenarios where other people in the Jaguars and their organization or in their division are doing pretty well too. So it's they need to win their division in the AFC to have a chance, I believe. So, but regardless of that, I think there is a thing where they started this and it became a big enough story where it is more beneficial financially through just entertainment that they start him, even though another quarterback probably would be better on the field. And that never happens in the NFL. And that's why.
So they're choosing entertainment in your eyes.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because
that does sort of go against your NFL company narrative you've beat for years.
Well, it's always been about winning.
But this is no,
it's so powerful.
Let me take back that statement. This is not against your NFL sort of narrative. It plays right into the business narrative of like, look, we just need to make the most amount of money, and this game is going to get the most amount of attention, and in turn, we'll make the most amount of money.
And
is that right?
If you're going to start an inferior quarterback, might as well start the guy that everybody wants to watch.
Right.
Because no one, if they start ripping, then they're still going to lose, and no one's going to watch
Nobody cares.
Yes.
It's a less than cares. In fact,
that's what makes it interesting is because
I actually don't hate that take.
I think they're going to start Rivers just because everybody's so excited and the money in marketing is so big that even though the team and the coaches may think they have a small % better chance with someone else, they're like, this is better for everybody.
What's the line?
minus 13.5, the Seahawks. So the Colts are plus 13.5. It'll probably go to 14. As soon as more video.
You got any money on it?
Old Man Rivers. No, because
Does it scare you?
14 in the NFL is a lot.
It's a lot.
And so, like, I'd never take a minus 13.5 or
they
minus
basically
14.
have to win out, by the way. ChatGPT is running the numbers here. It basically says winning out will help their chances. To win the AFC South division, they need at least as many wins as Jacksonville and Houston, and key tiebreakers, including head-to-head wins.
So also, the Colts have done this before. Remember when they brought in Jeff Saturday as a coach?
Oh, yeah.
And then I was betting against that, and then he won.
He started winning.
He won a couple games. Now it ended up working out. Like it didn't end up working out. Like obviously,
We're sick of you, Saturday.
Yeah, he never got another chance, and he'll never will again of coaching. But they brought, and I remember like when he won
that first game it worked.
That's what I was like. Well, the coaches even matter, and that's where I'm scared of like betting on. Like, do I take? Wait till it gets to plus 14 and take the Colts at plus 14, and then Phillip Rivers is able to game manage and they're able to game plan enough.
I think he can.
Where they cover 14, and say they're getting blown out, and then are they able to get garbage time passes? Like he's just checking it down.
What's he getting paid to do this?
I don't know. That's interesting too. He'd
wanna
probably
know.
do it for free just because Phillip Rivers is super interesting.
He's an interesting cat.
He's got 10 kids. Which has always been a joke. But that has to affect the amount of preparation you even have for this, right?
He's also a new grandfather. That's why everybody's clowning him. Because one of his kids.
He's a granddad?
Well, yeah, I don't know if this has ever happened before, but this has been the narrative. And I thought that's what you were kind of goofing on when you
I didn't know he was a grandpa.
Yeah. One of his kids. Rivers is a father of 10 and a new grandfather making his return. He's going to wear the same number. They're going to put him in 17 again.
Is this the first grandpa?
I think it might be first grandpa. I think he might be first grandpa.
God, other people are probably close. You know what I'm talking about.
He's one of the Oh my God. Hold on. Is he the first grandpa?
He may not be though. yeah. Like.
QB.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Because I think other positions maybe.
Yeah, but
maybe a kicker. I can see a kicker getting up in age, and he's a grandpa.
There's some like Ed Reeds of the world that got girls pregnant at 14 or something, and then their kid had a kid. But
okay, Rivers is a grandfather. If he actually takes the field, I think that's a tell from ChatGPT.
No, it's still up in the air.
It's funny. ChatGPT is like, if he actually takes the field, he would join a tiny group of QBs who have played at an average age. No. There's no official NFL stat category for first grandfather QB.
Or even grandfather player.
Really? No way. Older QBs like Vinny Testaverde played into their 40s, or Brett Favre, 41, likely had children old enough to have kids of their own. No, I don't know. Somebody's got to know this fact.
Has there been any player in the NFL that's ever been a grandpa? Let's ask that. So it's still up in the air. It still may not happen because it's so absurd. He did keep himself in shape in the 2021 and 2022 seasons. That was known where
He was trying to offer himself up
yes,
to teams.
and so he was working out and keeping it. But that was in 2022, and that was the last time I think he believed that it would ever happen. Now, there's nothing that I've seen out where he was like working. Like, I mean, he probably works out. A lot of these guys work out just because they've always done.
Yeah.
And it probably makes them feel good, just like anybody. But but actually,
I like how you're throwing in little tidbits. That was a tidbit of motivation we wouldn't normally have gotten from Tom. And I like that.
He's not just quit working out totally
he can't.
And quit cardio.
Like Seth will never be able to quit working out.
Yeah.
It'll never happen
because he's done it his whole life. It's been a lifelong routine.
Yep.
But that's a different thing than working out as like a dad because you want to keep yourself fit, as like being NFL starter QB fit. Like it is almost like a Drunky the Bear insult to any other players in the NFL. That's another aspect of it.
Well, Cam Newton said that.
Yeah, but
he basically came out and said to start him over anybody else that they're picking, like active players that are there, is an insane insult.
Yes,
to guys
I agree with that
are at the dance.
Yes, I agree with that, and all the players on the field. And
but it should show those players that the NFL cares about one thing and one thing, two things, two things only. They want it to be so entertaining that they make all the money.
Yes, yeah.
Two things.
And for sure, the Seahawks defense, if it will be in crazy insult to them, if Phillip Rivers somehow manages to beat them, it'll be the biggest slap in the face.
The worst insult.
The worst clown. Yeah. So they know that.
The memes will never stop.
And they want to kill this man. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, because it's like.
But he doesn't seem
concerned
about it at all.
When I got tackled in that arena football game, the defense were like curse spitting in my face, saying that that the fact that I even had one play is it like they were mad at me.
Yeah.
And I understood. I was like, this is an insult to you.
I'm sorry.
I understand that. I think Rivers now is not that. He played at the highest level. He still believes he has something. I mean, he's throwing the ball. He's throwing it. I can't tell what is good or not, but
better than me.
Yeah. So like the guy has played at the highest level and probably still has a lot of that muscle memory and can get and he can execute plays.
Yeah. He can.
But at what level? I don't know.
Right. So it's going to be awesome.
And this is the movies. Like an old man comes out of retirement, gets put back on the field for one last game. It's what movies are made of. And that's why everybody's so fascinated to watch this. And I hope it happens. And I think the NFL hopes that happens. And I think everybody.
I think it's gonna.
And then, but what's gonna happen?
Why you gotta ask yourself this too? If things are not predetermined and if betting isn't, canoodling with the NFL or any of that, don't we? Like, I think it's already set. I don't even think it would have made the news cycle unless he's gonna play. Why sign him? Why go through why do the press conference? Why do any of that? He'll play.
Some of it could just be good attention, even though because none of them have said anything. So sometimes they're like, it could be an opportunity or they may not start him and he may be on the sidelines.
I think I'm going to go with I'm just going to assume they're going to start him because why wouldn't you? What else do you have to lose? You got to win out anyway, so you might as well get the attention.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
but it's an insult. Like those coaches, it's kind of an insult to the coaches themselves, and they don't like that.
What's more of an insult? Putting a rookie in there that's completely unprepared for this type of scenario, or putting in a guy, a veteran that knows how to manage the pressure of it?
Yeah, but that rookie has been taking essentially NFL reps.
Yeah, but life's not fair. That's what I would tell that. That is honestly from a coach's perspective what I would tell that guy.
And that's
because life is not fair. There are going to be times when you work so hard, and then guess what? They're like, "Nah, dog, it's not you. It's Phillip Rivers."
So
that's just reality.
The only comparison that athletically that I can make to this, because I look at this and I'm like, I don't understand football enough to actually tell you can he perform, but this is the only comparison I could think of, is that with if you told me hey, can you prepare EJ in like 2 weeks to run a half marathon in under 3 hours, right? I'd say no. It's impossible.
Yeah.
Now, that's different. That's cardio endurance and stuff.
Yeah.
And like
Also, EJ, and no offense to him, he is one of my favorite people. He's not in good shape. And
he was one time.
That's not me
but it's too
dissing
long.
him.
It's been
Like,
too
he
long.
even says he comes in here, he's eating chicken fries from Burger King. It's like, that is not Phillip Rivers. I do not think Phillip Rivers is eating fast food every day in his job.
Yeah, but then I guess the correct comparison is like, could you prepare a former marathon runner who's taking a 5-year break but still kind of works out? Could you prepare him to run a sub-3
Yes.
like half marathon? And then I'm like, yes.
I think you could. Okay, do you
But
want
that's a different. But could you make him podium? That's a no. So I don't know.
I did you a favor.
Yeah.
I know you love this.
Yeah.
I had ChatGPT. Before we even did all this, I had it run the percentages. I put in there, Phillip Rivers based on the season and everything. And I said, because you can force it to do certain things. And I'm like, okay, give me your real world percentages of probability that he either kills it or does bad. No exceptions. Use all the data you have. Use his old data. Use the data of what he weighs and what he's been doing for the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And use all of that and give me some real world percentages. No exceptions. Percentages. Okay. What do you think the percentage chance of he surprises people and is, quote, good enough? And it gave me a specific percentage on that.
Okay, I think there's a high percentage that he surprises people because I think immediately you want to go with he's going to get killed. And I don't. It's always a gray, right? It's never extremes for the most part.
Look, I'm just going to tell you what ChatGPT told me.
I'm saying there's a
because I think he can do it.
There's a 40% chance that he does well.
Okay, ChatGPT says 28% chance he surprises people and does good enough.
Okay.
What do you think okay, it quotes it as this. What do you think the chance he looks like a 44-year-old retired dad trying to keep a ship afloat? What do you think that percentage is at?
Well,
you know it because I told you 28, 72%.
Okay, yeah.
ChatGPT is saying it is a
I agree with that.
72% chance that he goes out there and just, not the story we wanted.
Now, I'm thinking doing well to me is just covering the spread or even giving themselves a slight chance of winning because that's doing well for a 44-year-old guy who hasn't played in 5 years. Like winning the game, that may be a 5% chance, which gives me a edge if I'm just betting Seahawks money line.
That's true.
Like,
that is
should
true.
I just?
Because that is, yeah. I see what you're saying.
Like, because you could bet $10,000 on the money line in NFL sides. Like, you could bet real money, like big time money. So especially in Vegas and like if you go inside, but with all my books, like sides, they let you bet big.
Yeah, the 22% is him winning, and then it's arguing with me. It's basing it on this. It's funny because it doesn't like my take. It says he hasn't played since 2020. He's 44 years old. His reaction time and pocket movement is terrible. He has no real chemistry with any players. His playbook familiarity is terrible. The defense will stack the box and force him to beat them through the air. There's no way he can. Colts are injury battered, especially at QB. Teams will aggressively blitz him and shut him down. Do you agree with that?
So, yes, because, of course, that's what
that's the game plan.
So the Seahawks are minus 1,100 on their money line. So you got to bet $1,100 to win $100.
That's pretty sizable, right?
So you'd have to bet essentially $11,000 to bet $1,000. So like that's
I'm not willing to do that.
The math tells you.
Yeah.
So you bet $100,000 to win $10,000 essentially. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the risk you'd have to take. But is it worth just draining your account to bet the money line because it's a guaranteed win? I think it may be. Like is there any like a 5% chance that Phillip Rivers?
I'm normally one of these guys. I'm just saying what I want to happen is for him to win. But I have a tendency, when you look at all the stats and everything, it typically, this isn't looking as good as I maybe at first
bet
thought.
on the Colts money line is plus 650. God, they're robbing you there.
They really are.
What the hell?
Yeah, you're lose on that. I mean, that is not, don't do any of that.
What are you doing, Hard Rock? You're robbing us. You got minus 1,100 and plus 650.
Plus 650.
You got to make it plus 800 at least, plus 850. Jesus. Anyway, but so that
Complaining about gambling with Tom.
regardless. God, it's going to be entertaining
I'm excited.
if he gets on the field and he plays. Old Man Rivers rides once again.
One more time.
In a horrible environment.
Yeah, the worst environment.
Where the Seahawks, they're going to be loud.
But
Yeah.
But if the offset chance that there is a god and fairies and
I think he's a super religious guy.
and everything is if he does, he is. If he does
10
believe
kids,
in
grandpa.
that big guy up there, then maybe the big guy will shine down on football grandpa one more time.
He also represents all the fat dads out there, NFL fat dads that believe they still got it like one more time.
Oh,
like,
the number of
the
fat
Al
dads,
Bundy.
the number of if he wins.
This is Al Bundy.
Here's a stat that ChatGPT can't even tell you, but I can tell you. If he wins, which is very improbable, but if he does, the number of fat dads that will black out,
yeah.
it'll be endless. Look, there'll be men dying because they're so proud of him. They're like, and they'll just drink the rest of their beer. Black out.
You
want to do a couple voicemails?
Yeah, let's do it.
Right, let's do a couple, and then we'll get out of here. This one made me laugh. A couple of weeks ago, I was talking about like fun things I did as a child that didn't involve screens. One of them being that I would go to the bookshelf and pull down the World Book Encyclopedia.
Okay.
Remember me talking about that?
Yeah.
Here's a gentleman.
Message for ACT, Tom and Dan. This is Barry up in South Georgia. Love the show, and I'm listening to the one episode where you had the Killer Bees on there talking about the letter H in the World Book Encyclopedias, and as soon as they mentioned encyclopedias, that's the one I thought of, that letter H that had the human body with all the different clear layers. You had started off with the bones and the nerves and the muscles and the organs and the skin and all like that, but as soon as you said World Book Encyclopedia, that's what I thought back to, was that the letter H one. Have a good one.
That's my guy, South Georgia Barry. South Georgia Barry and I are exactly alike. I look like South Georgia Barry.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I'm Dan. But I want to sound like that. And he, too, had the addiction to the World Book Encyclopedia, the human body. It had these different clear layers that you could lift up. So you could be like, put your spleen on, take your spleen off. Put your spleen on, take your spleen off. It was super fun, man.
God, man, the lack of availability to us growing up of entertainment
made us creative.
I
think it
is there going to be a creative drought in 25 years when our kids are adults?
It'll be a different type of creativity. I don't like to say creative drought, but it won't be what we had. There you could make some arguments that I learned how to play music because I was bored. I learned how to do certain things because I was bored, because it's all I had, you know?
And during the creative drought, they're like, AI will take over. They'll be creative for us.
See, I have a problem with that now. Like, even when I send somebody like some stupid, I'll do like something silly for, using AI, and then people are like, oh, you did a great job of that. I'm like, I don't know what I did. I just typed in my...
Well, it was easier than doing it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
And I guess that's the, no one will do it the old-fashioned way. Because
you're reminding me of my first impression as a young boy was of John Houseman, who used to do the ads for Smith Barney. And he'd say, Smith Barney, we make money the old-fashioned way. We earn it. That was my impression. And my mom and dad, they'd be having a dinner party or have the church over or something. They'd be like, Dan Lay, get in here, do your Smith Barney impression for the preacher. And I'd come in there, and I had my little outfit on, and I'd be like, Smith Barney, we make money the old-fashioned way. We earn it. And then everybody would applaud. Much like, back in the day, you'd have when Mozart would have his, somebody come over and play piano in the parlor, and that's all you had to do. Yeah, that's how we entertained each other, doing impressions.
I heard it described as back before computers, there used to be like warehouses filled with people just with manual calculators, just calculating things
That
for
needed to be
businesses.
calculated. Yeah.
For businesses and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And it was just like, mostly women like in a warehouse with a manual calculator and then going from one sheet to the other, manually entering the thing.
Yeah.
And all those people were put out of a job, obviously, when the computer was able to do all this.
I'll take it from here.
So, like, I guess people will, evolve to something different. But I guess no one's going to write music in the future by learning guitar and learning piano and then
I mean, they
literally-
will. There will be some people that do.
It's going to be hard to compete with the
But maybe you aren't.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like to say there will be nobody using. It's just not going to do that. In fact, Suno is trying to position themselves, and Suno is the company that I use to use AI music. They're trying to position themselves, kind of what I've been saying. They've been using these ads on my algorithm where they'll show a musician, and then they frame it. They're like, write an idea, and then he plays a little guitar lick, and they're load it into Suno. That way,
it's a tool.
It takes some heat off of the fact that they are actively stealing music from the internet, because they are.
No, I know. I guess it gives the ability, like, now I have the ability to write a song.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, Daniel will have to show
But
me
you
how to use
always
it.
did. But you always did.
Yeah, but before I need a lot of
You'd have to
education.
have some help.
I would need to learn how to write music. I would learn how to record. I need to learn guitar and piano. Would be an astronomical amount of work.
But that's
before
if you
I get
want to do every
song.
piece, right?
Yeah.
See, my only argument to that would be that
I'd have to find a musician to work with.
Right.
Where now I could tell Suno, play this part. I could go back to a 1 minute company.
I mean, I have that music, yeah.
But it was and then Suno will write that,
Yeah.
and before I'd have to work with another human guitarist, and he'd have to be like this, and I'm like, nah, like this. And I'm just basically saying my song into the Suno, and Suno's.
But it does dumb it down.
Yeah. It makes it easy.
It makes it easier. It's not as precise. And
then that's what easy is less valuable, right?
Yeah.
And that's
pretty much
every song that you make now through AI is less valuable than the ones you made not using AI.
The valued stuff that I do, it has, and I can't say that it hasn't. Let's do just real quick one voicemail, and then we'll get out of here. I like this voicemail.
Hey guys, I was just listening to the ACT about the TVs, and I think the resolution thing is something where the resolution's so good that from a 70-inch to a 100-inch, in order to maintain the 4K resolution, you have to bump up to 8K. So the new higher resolutions at a smaller size, like a 75-inch 4K versus an 8K, you're not going to notice the difference because the screen's the same size. You're not going to notice that much of a difference, but in order to maintain that same crisp resolution at a higher size, they have to up the resolution. So I think we've gotten to the point now where the higher resolutions isn't going to make the picture any sharper. It's just going to let the screens get bigger and bigger.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a good voicemail.
Right.
He kind of simply
That makes sense.
explains one of the issues we had when we were talking about scaling up your TV and stuff like that. So, I think that my wife heard that show and said no way, and it made me sad.
Oh, the 100.
Yeah, I want a big hundo. She said no way. This is not happening.
Well, you can do whatever you want. You could just buy it and then bring it home. And then say this is what I wanted. It's only $1,000. You got it somewhere.
Yeah, but I want to get a good one. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I gotta wait till the technology gets cheaper.
Yeah. But that everybody. Then I'm gonna have
then,
one.
Then you'll have a 200.
I'm gonna shove it in your face as soon as I get one. I'm gonna take a picture next to it.
Are you gonna get one this Christmas? I need to know so I know how to compete.
You know what?
Are you thinking
has
about
stopped me is they came out and we talked about this, that new scooter that has a one wheel. Yeah.
And then somebody else sent it to you, and that's what moved the needle. He sent it to me too. He's like, look what I sent Tom.
Turkey leg.
I sent this to him 3 weeks ago, but you don't look at any of my texts.
And
because you
I thought it was a normal electric scooter.
You assume anything I send you is garbage. It's the one wheel scooter.
And it's got a wheelie mode.
It's called Antic or Attic or Antic.
Antic. and it's got a wheelie mode where you put on wheelie mode, and then it'll self-balance a wheelie for you.
You don't even need to use the core of your body. You can be a big fat slob and wheelie it down the road.
By the way, this is something I never foresaw coming.
It's the big fat slob wheelie mobile.
And you don't need any talent anymore to wheelie. It wheelie modes for you, and you just sit on it
the whole way.
And you're wheeling down the street, and it's just a wheelie mode. I'm like, what?
And you can wheel
I've always wanted to do a wheelie, but I'm too lazy to learn.
And I know what you're thinking. It's like, do a wheelie. Oh, you got to be going fast. No, in wheelie mode, it can wheelie you 400 pounds at 1 mile an hour.
Because it's like a one wheel. Essentially,
it is a one wheel with just a wheel on the front.
Yeah. And so you're just sitting on it. I'm like, oh yeah. And
it's a lazy one wheel.
It's $2,100. It's cheaper than the goddamn one wheel.
I almost
I'm getting one. Oh God, I'm getting one.
Get three. Get four. Get one for me. I'll ride with you guys.
All right.
We'll start a gang.
We'll see you tomorrow. Welcome to Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan on the couch with us. We love this gentleman. He comes in from time to time to talk to us about theme park news. Our buddy, Joey Mazzant.
How you doing, Joey?
Really good. Thank you so much.
So it's Christmas time. It's the holiday season. The theme parks are obviously full holiday themed everything. They have different holiday events specific to Christmas and everything. And what is the theme parks, I guess? I mean, they're leaning into the Christmas primarily, right?
I think
because that's the most, I guess, popular one.
Yeah, that's a tough.
Because I never see like a menorah really like prominently displayed.
No, you said,
you
said that a little aggressively. I've never seen a menorah down. I never seen Mickey Mouse have a goddamn menorah.
It's not like they give it equal time. That's all I'm saying. Like it's like a huge Christmas tree. It's not like, all right, now a huge menorah next door.
Yeah.
It's always just Christmas, right?
I think they do in Epcot have some well-represented and possibly ornate menorahs. I'm going to guess that Epcot would be the place that they can do that. Because they can have like, hey, we'll do a pop-up Israel or something. Yeah, I don't know. They could do pop-up nativity scene in Epcot. Seems to fit perfectly for me.
Or do they do? I thought they stayed away from religion totally.
Well, I don't look at the nativity scene really. Well, I don't look at that as religion. I look at that as just as much iconography as Santa Claus.
That's yeah.
But that's just me, and they're both fairy tales. So I mean, whatever, however you want to take it.
Yeah, I think it'd get heat if they had any sort of Jesus in there.
What is the actual answer, Joey?
I think that when 100,000 people show up on Sunday and sing the same song, that's as close to church as you're going to get. And that's basically the Magic Kingdom.
But they also, okay,
now
hold on a second.
Which is regular church.
At Epcot, when they do the lighting of the candles, they do read scripture, do they not? Or they sing traditional carols?
No, they have a bunch of celebrities that come to the America stage, and they do the, they basically retell the nativity story.
So I think that would count.
So they do have some sort of religious.
Yeah, because they had Neil Patrick Harris up there doing it multiple times, and boy, that guy's talented, right?
Oh, they get some really cool people. They had Gary Sinise one time.
Oh,
that was
awesome.
Cool. Trace Atkins, country singer Trace Atkins. He's got that insanely deep voice.
Amazingly good voice.
It was cool. I saw him. It was really interesting.
Does Doogie know how that religion thinks about?
He does. If only Doogie.
What he likes.
You know, I want to say something maybe I've never said on the show, but it broke my dad's heart that Doogie was gay. It broke my dad's heart because he loved Doogie Howser more than any other show. My dad loved Doogie Howser. He's like, he's a child doctor, Dad. He's a child. And I'm like, okay, Dad, all right, okay.
Did he take a serious hiatus from he did Doogie Howser, and then I didn't see him again until Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle? Did he just take 15 years off?
From what I understand,
then
I could be wrong.
He parlayed that into that new,
How I Met Your Mother.
How I Met Your Mother.
Okay.
That's
How I Met Your Mother single-handedly padded his pockets generationally for his children.
Right. Yeah.
That show
That's
was
where he made the money.
Absolutely insane. And also, I think he dabbled in some actual real theater and Broadway, and because he can do all kinds of stuff. He can sing and he can dance, and he's a super talented cat.
All right, Joe, let's start with this. I saw a meme the other day that said it was less expensive to fly to Tokyo, Japan, and go to Disneyland than it is to go to Disneyland here in the United States. And I was like, no way that's true. So like a flight to Tokyo is got to be thousands of dollars a piece.
Isn't it like 3,000 to 4,000 a piece?
But then I was like, well, there's got to be a reason they said this, and even if it's a slight exaggeration, they're just talking about the mass expense of the theme parks, especially Disney World, Disneyland. So is that true?
Absolutely. I hate to come across like a 1%, but the truth is, like we joked about earlier, Dan, when I go to the theme park, I'm not drinking water out of a fountain. I didn't bring my own peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. If I'm going to a theme park, I'm doing it up. I'm eating at the restaurant. I'm drinking all the beers. I'm enjoying my day. I'm paying for the express. I don't want to wait in line. I can't. I can't. And so it is expensive to go to Disney and to do it the right way. Now you used to be able to do it on the cheap. You used to be able to go to the park, wake up late, show up when you want, and yeah, you'd be there for 14 hours and only do 3 rides, but that's okay because you don't feel like spending the money. That's not an option anymore.
It is just more expensive than it ever has been.
Yeah, the tickets are. The tickets now. I moved to Florida 22 years ago, and I remember my annual pass to Disney was $369.
Yeah.
Now a one-day ticket to Disney is around $215.
Oh
Okay.
my God, ChatGPT is checking the math on that, and it agrees with you and everybody else. It's like, oh my God, the meme is correct. That's blowing my mind, and it's starting to break down the math for me over here too. I'll give you some real numbers here in a second.
So now, is this a business move to make Disney World or Disneyland to really go back to where it was kind of when I was a kid, where you went maybe once every 5 years or maybe once as a child?
It was a treat.
Like your kids took you or your parents took you once between
to
the
become
age
a man.
of like 12
a rite
or
of
under.
passage.
Yeah.
You just went once, and like I remember only going once with my mom and dad. I was from Miami, it was like 300 miles to get up here, and it was like and then it seemed like people were like, oh, we can go like once a year, and then annual pass holders
That's a
locally,
relatively new thing.
we'll go 6 times a year, and it became that. And then Disney World's pushing back against like, hey, let's just make this a special experience, and that way the parks will be less crowded. It'll be truly like a once in a lifetime as a kid experience for families, and because of that, we have to make the expense super high so that it gets rid of the mass crowds and the park being full, right?
Nailed it. Back in the 90s, like if you can look at these demographics, like this is back during the Clinton administration. Lower class, it was we're going to do Disney one time in our life so we can have that. Middle class, once every 3 years was the average.
Okay.
And now it became that, bargain shoppers and all the social media and all the influencers, and now it's just crowded with a bunch of a-holes holding their cameras up, and Disney's like, we got to get rid of that. We can't.
Also, the internet made it cheaper because you can get a lot more information about when to go and the best practices and stuff like, people like you, Joey,
Also,
you're
how
giving
to
us the
steal,
secrets.
like where to park on site,
Yes.
where you're actually stealing a parking space, because you're parking at a hotel or some hidden little parking lot that's just for bus drivers.
Well,
how to get the free popcorn, how to scam them out of the ice cream and all that
Do you
stuff,
want the
right?
numbers from
Yes,
ChatGPT?
okay.
'Cause
Please.
It's kind of disgusting.
Please.
And these are real numbers, and I had it search as of today. So Disney World, 3 days. 3-day park hopper pass is $420 to $480 per person. On-site hotel is $350 to $450 per night. Food, $100 to $150 per day. A couple doing a 3-day trip hits between $2,200 to $2,700, and that's without Genie Plus.
right.
So that's without any good stuff.
That's basically just to get in and do it.
Here's where you start to blow your own mind. Tokyo Disney, 3 days, 3-day park hopper tickets are $150 to $200. You're already saving $200 there. Food, $40 to $70. That's half price. Round trip plane ticket from Orlando to Tokyo is about $1,200. They're maxing it out. They're like $1,200 a piece.
Yep.
Okay.
And so you spend between $2,200 and $2,800. So they're saying it's a comparable trip. If you want to choose Orlando and do Disney World, do it. But if you want to go to Tokyo and just ride the better pirates and all the fun stuff, it's actually saying right now, do the Tokyo trip while you can until Disney World figures out what the hell they're doing.
Bingo. I live. On a good day, I could ride a bike to the Magic Kingdom, and it's cheaper for me to go to Tokyo.
That's insane,
right?
But now, arguably, I would say there's a lot of incidentals in there that we're not talking about. So spare us the emails of well, God, blah, blah, blah. But this is just showing
in general
terms, the value is not there.
Right.
So
it's not there.
Could you make the argument that this is a good thing and that we shouldn't be going to Disney World like 5 times a year, and it should be something special? I mean, I guess by that is subjective to everybody. Or like, if you do want to go 5 times a year, you're gonna have to pay 5 times more than you used to, and like it's gonna be more of a special trip for anybody because the price is so astronomical that it has to be like, hey, this is a once in 5 years
It's
trip.
hard for me to, and then I'll let you answer, Joey. It's hard for me to think, because what you're bringing up, the theme parks didn't used to be a place to, quote, hang out.
I agree with that 1,000%.
It wasn't a hangout. It wasn't a mall. We treat it like a mall.
Oh yeah, just
It's not
pop in after, like, when my wife got.
I used to do that at Universal and Disney too. I'm guilty as charged.
She got season passes for her and the boys because she knows I hate it, and then she would take the boys after school on a Wednesday, like an early release, just to go in the afternoon to hit 2 rides because she had the season passes, and then leave, and then like not buy dinner out there, not spend a bunch of money, but do exactly what you said.
Yep.
Is the locals just pop over there to do 2 rides, a real quick in and out, and then leave. But Disney doesn't want those people, because now you're standing in line, you're a human taking up space, but you're not spending the family vacation money that you would be.
I can make another
cheaping
argument.
out.
Let me lump on.
Yeah.
You're also making the experience for the people that came into town worse.
Yes, because it's crowded.
Yeah, you need to get the hell out of here, you one-dayers.
Yeah,
Like, either
yeah.
stay 8 hours or get the hell out of my park.
Yeah,
And those are the people, the worst human beings on earth. I will say this. The worst human beings on earth are the people that recite the pre-show in the ride. I don't care if you've done Haunted Mansion 1,000 times. Shut the F
yeah,
up.
I'm with you.
They're saying it out loud.
The whole thing.
But that's a select group of Disney adults that literally have mental problems.
What it feels
They
like.
are. Like, because not all Disney adults are like that. Most go and enjoy it and relive the childhood they didn't get, and they're loving it. But there are, and it's getting bigger by the minute, because I feel like the lady that's just like the spooky lady, the spooky maid. The minute you start reciting, she should just walk over and be like, "You have to leave."
Yes.
And I don't mean the ride; I mean the park. You're
Agreed.
out.
Yes.
Because you're disturbing this is a show, and you're disturbing the show. You gotta go.
That's a person who's never heard the phrase, "It's not about you." Shut up. It's not about you. Let people enjoy things.
What is it called? Main character syndrome? Or
Yeah.
I feel like this is here to stay, and here's why. Because I can't think of a price it would have to get to that average family in America doesn't at least do it once and like pull the trigger and because say you have 3 kids, you're in middle America, and they've seen Disney, they know about it. There's like the magical place they've always wanted to go, and then like they've always asked, like, can we go? And then I feel like that's never gonna stop to the and there's gonna be the dad that'll be like, all right, I'll have to save up 10 grand. And then I could bring my family in this one magical adventure.
you gotta find time off of work.
And like, I guess if it got to a point where it's like, hey, it's impossible for us to go, but the price probably won't get there. It'll just get right before it's impossible. And for that dad or mom to save up. Dad.
I like that.
That's funny.
Yeah.
To get to the point where it outprices him totally, and he'll never be able to save up enough money. But I
I think there
doubt
are
they'll
people
get it.
there, though. You don't think there are people right
Oh,
there
yes.
now? I think there are people right now that were like,
yes.
look, I don't have, even for locals that are like, look, I don't have $3,000 to plan out this 4-day vacation to do it right.
Yeah, and that they don't want the locals. I guess that's
Right.
what they're saying
Right.
through their
Right.
business practices. Get the locals out of here. We want the once in a lifetime experience people, and that's it.
It feels like Disney's building a wall and we're paying for it. That's what it feels like.
Oh, I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
walls.
Yep, Disney's
I'm
building.
joking. I'm joking. It's a joke. I'm joking. I like walls.
It's a money wall.
Build the wall.
So it'd be interesting to see where they go, because I mean, who knows? They may pivot back and then all of a sudden start offering deals again because of one reason or another.
What do they have that's new to even offer? You know, like to be that expensive. And I'm looking at like ChatGPT did a little more research, and this one's really interesting. It's like it actually pulled up like real world receipts, because that's where people are getting Disney. There's no way around the math, right? You always say this. Math doesn't lie. The numbers are real. They're laying receipts side by side of like they did them both. And here's the receipts. And 2 people, 4 days Tokyo, $2,500. 2 people, 4 days Orlando, $3,600 or more.
Yeah,
Like it's real. This is real stuff. This isn't exaggerated. It's not fake. It's an actual thing. So something to think about if you were planning a trip. I would say, I mean, for somebody like me, that it is a dream of mine to go to Japan at some point when I have the ability to do it. Maybe when Maisie's dance mellows out, and that is very intriguing that it is that much more affordable.
And it's the nickel and dime stuff. It's little things like let's say Maisie's favorite princess was Belle, and you go to the Magic Kingdom and you say, "Oh my gosh, we can go to the dining experience where we get to dine and the Beast comes to the table." Oh, that's cool. What do they do? Brunch? That sounds great. Let's go have brunch. $68.50 a person. So for 3 people to have brunch. And yes, the gratuities included. You're looking at almost $300 for 3 people to have brunch.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah. No, it's crazy, and really all the super enthusiasts that live around Central Florida, that's who this is attacking, really.
Yeah.
Because it's pricing them out.
So what are they saying? You're in that world. Are they mad? Are they like? Do they
They're
understand
addicted.
it?
They have to pay.
Yeah.
And actually, it's not even pricing them out. They know it's like they'll pay. Like if I was, Mr. Disney is smoking, I'd be smoking.
Oh, man, I'd never stop smoking. And don't you dare Photoshop it out. Don't you dare. I'm authentic, and I was always telling the kids to be the real you, and you can dream and do anything. So don't you Photoshop my cigarette out.
Disney point.
Those
The Disney
people
point.
that are addicted to Disney and dress like princesses, and they're 50 years
Bounding
old
and all that. Yeah.
Hey, like they'll pay.
They will.
They have to. They're
will.
addicted to it.
There's a girl that used to work with us. She was a host as well. And she got her first paycheck. And I was so like, you got trained, you took your first family, you got your first paycheck, dropped $1,000 on Disney stuff. She was so happy to get like a big paycheck. She went to the Disney store and dropped $1,000 on stuff. Not only does she not need, nobody needs. It was like $878 or something she spent. She bought the shirts and the hats and it's Spaceballs. It's Spaceballs, the t-shirt.
Okay,
Spaceballs, the flamethrower.
Well, or just real quick, we have an opposing, let's see, Sean of the Seas says they absolutely want locals. That's why they even have a Florida resident discount and events for things. I disagree with that, man.
I do too. I don't.
He says locals cost them nothing, and you have better odds that they will spend some money while they're there versus the no money if they don't come. No, Clear Channel used to look at things like this. I'll give you an example. Clear Channel looks at a festival. If they can't make all the money, they don't want to make a little bit of money. Like when they're putting on a music thing, they want, if we can't make $100,000, you can make $15,000. Not interested.
Bingo.
We want it all.
Yep.
And the crowds diminish the people that spent all their once in a lifetime money experience, and it does. Like if you're and I'm sure they know this, if you're a dad from the Midwest that is spending $20,000 to take your family to Disney, and then you get there and all the lines are insanely long, it's super packed and stuff, like it sours them to the experience. If it's like, guess what? The parks are lighter right now because
Correct.
it's so expensive, and you do have a better experience when the parks are lighter and there's less lines and there's less crowds. And those people are going to say like, hey, it was expensive, but at least my experience is not full. You know what I'm saying? And then like, I think they make more money doing that in the long run, maybe, than because maybe the guy's like, okay, well, maybe I will come back in 5 years. I don't think that guy comes back in 5 years if it's super expensive and so crowded that he's like, God, it's so crowded. It's like, and like, it's like, oh, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Because I have had, like, I've gone to Blizzard Beach before. I say I hate the parks, but I've gone to Blizzard Beach and it been like super light.
Yep.
It's a little cold outside. It kept the people out. And I'm like, yeah, this is tons of seats. You can get a beer whenever you want. No lines. Like you can get up and down the slides. I'm like, this is pretty good.
It's better.
It is better. And I don't know who would agree that it's better packed. No one, right?
Nobody.
Well, and also going back to Sean's point in the chat room, the friends that I know that have that still have their passes, and I used to be one of these guys with my wife, and my wife's in the chat room right now, and Andrea's saying, oh, I wish I could go back to the parks.
Yeah.
Trust me when I tell you, when we went to the parks, we didn't spend nothing.
Yeah, because your wife's making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
And the friends that I have that go, they don't spend nothing. They plan it all out. They know how to do it.
That's the value of the season pass.
That is why they have the pass, is because they can go out there and get the value out of it. They don't go there and every time, like Sam. Sam knows how to do Disney.
Yeah.
Sam doesn't go there every day with her husband and spend $300 every time they go.
No.
They're smarter than that. They're also more frugal than that. I know that.
Of course, yeah,
It
yeah.
just doesn't work like that.
And Disney doesn't want those.
They want
and
people.
kind of sucks, actually thinking about it. But
what they do
I get what they're
want
doing.
is my wife buying season passes and then never going.
Yes.
And
No,
then
his
that's
argument is
happened.
he follows up. He says, "Bro, I'm telling you as an insider." Which, trust me, if anybody
Yeah.
tells me they're an insider, I don't believe them because I have no way of quantifying what you are, what level of information you have. I don't know that. But he says it's quantity of guests over quality of their experience, and that is going against everything they're saying publicly right now.
But
I don't know where you're getting your info, but you're wrong.
So no, but this guy has a point where that's the way it was, I think. And I think the price change is signifying to me that they are changing their mentality and going quality of experience over quantity, because the quantity has turned a lot of people off, like myself.
Correct.
Or a lot of people like
Me.
where
I hated the crowds. Like
Yeah.
when we finally stopped, riding the Skyliner was my favorite thing. And during COVID, you could just jump on it and ride the Skyliner all
amazing.
over the place. Getting in the line for the Skyliner now is just another stinky, long, humid line to ride something that's a huge line.
And of course they want to pack people in there, and of course they want everybody to an extent, but we have to look at, like, when the books change the line, that means there's a reason for it. So it's like when Disney was keep raising prices without any sign of them like dropping, then it's like that action is telling us that they are moving towards this direction of more expensive, like more special experience and less people, because you are going to get to a point where, I mean, it's already at the point where it's priced out a certain class, right?
Absolutely.
And then so it's going to, and it keeps going, and then as soon as it's going to get where the bottom half of the middle class is priced out, which we're already damn close to, right?
You nailed it. Disney's no longer Walmart. They're officially Target. They're like, hey, look, here's the deal. We're not looking to cater to people that are doing what we just talked about. We are no longer a water fountain and bring your own food scenario. And they tried to get away from it. Disney property, they do a good job of, no matter what you subscribe to with your food, if you want to eat halal, if you want to eat kosher, if you want to eat vegan, if you want to eat, they have all those options in the park. So you can't be like, well, my kid can't look at a peanut without getting sick. And they're like, that's fine. We actually have a restaurant where there's no peanuts. Peanut free. It's your good.
Do they let you bring in your own food anymore?
Well, they do, and that's why once they do that, they don't have to raise their prices. All they have to do is say you can't bring food from the outside, and they would have already got rid of a certain kind of people that they don't want.
Okay, this has
But they haven't done that yet.
This has a little bit to do with what we're talking about, but more to do with me having a mental problem. But there's a huge part of me that wants them to say that just so I can read people's anger online.
Yeah, same.
Like, I kind of want Disney to say, no more peanut butter sandwiches. You got to buy the $18 hamburger, and just to watch everybody explode.
Just drink a beer and watch the world burn.
Yeah, just
I'm on
sit
board.
there and watch
I'm on
them go
board.
nuts.
Or they go racist. You can bring the peanut butter jelly, no spicy food. You know what that means.
No Takis. We're outlawing Takis. Those are dumb.
Anyway, all right, let's move on.
Of course.
Because we can go back and forth of what, and we'll see. Like, if they eventually start dropping prices, then it's like, oh, it changed. But if they keep raising them, I mean, that only tells you one thing. But
I hope they do keep raising them. I want a one-day ticket to the Magic Kingdom to be $1,100, and there only be 20 people in the park that day.
Christ,
I would love that.
Oh, my God.
I love it. I told you, I had a client one time. He flew into town, and he's like, Joey, hey, I want Mickey to pick my kids up at the airport. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, can you do me a favor? He's like, call Disney. I want Mickey to show up in a limousine and pick my kids up at the airport. And I'm like, I don't think they offer that. He goes, no, what 20, 30 grand? What do you need? Just, I'll write you a check. I was like, no, I don't think they offered. He goes, yeah, call him. Just let me know how much it is.
Joey, next time that happens, call me.
I'll dress as Mickey Mouse. Yeah.
I'll get Daniel. I'm not doing it.
I'll be Mickey Mouse.
Dan, I'll dress Daniel like
I'll
Mickey
be Mickey Mouse all day.
I'll be the limo driver. I'll rent a limo.
You know what? You look like a limo driver.
For 20 grand, we'll pick any kids up from the airport dressed like Mickey Mouse.
Noted.
Mickey Mouse has a beard. I'll do it for less than that, but
Dan does a good Mickey. We can make that.
Hi, everybody. I'm really glad to pick you up from the airport today.
I'll do anything. I'll show him, like, does the dad want fentanyl? I can get it.
I got your dad's fentanyl right here. Oh, Oh, stop that, Pluto.
I know where to go.
Oh, stop it. Stop it. You'll make me drop the fentanyl.
All right, so let's talk about the Grinch.
The Grinch.
What's going on with the Grinch?
You know what? I'm over the Grinch.
Real?
And he's doing, like, everybody's doing the Grinch in the Winter Park Christmas Parade. And Grinch is giving off, like, the way he moves and everything. He is a real creepo, I want to eat your butt vibes. It's weird. I don't like it.
When did the Grinch become Jack Sparrow? Like, he's got the wiggle walk, and he's like, what's going on?
Yeah.
It's not the... But the Grinch at Universal Studios is hilarious, but the problem is it's a long line because Universal gives you as much time. Like if your kid loves the Grinch, they'll let you talk to him for 12, 13 minutes and they won't ask you to leave. So that line, it's for anybody from out of town, you go into Whoville. You go to, it's called Seuss's Landing, and it's all Dr. Seuss stuff.
Okay.
And right before you leave the bridge to go into the old Lost Continent, that's where the meet and greet with Dr. Seuss, or I'm sorry, with the Grinch is. And that line starts in the morning, and it'll have a 240-minute wait by 9:30 in the morning.
God damn.
But it's...
I did it one time. It's cool because he roasts you a little bit. Like he called me like a tiny who. And like he's like getting me good. Yeah.
Okay, it's like
he's roasted Andrea.
They hire a quality actor.
Oh, they're amazing.
Yeah.
I think they're Grinches. If I want to get this right for my Universal folks, I think those are almost like your top tier guys.
Yeah, those
you
are
know, like it's like you got to be like one of the icons from Halloween Horror Nights. Like if you're going to be performing in that world and you're talking to people and interacting and improving, you're top tier.
Yeah, they're equity. They're union equity. Like these are people that could be in a musical on Broadway, but they just like Orlando.
Yeah, thank you. What better said? Thank you for bringing the actual thoughts and not just my rambling.
And again, like if they wanted to speed the process up or make the line smaller,
Digital Grinch.
well, no, you could put 5 Grinches in a building, and then each person can go to a different room and then have their experience with 5 different Grinches, and you could make the line go 5 times faster. But they don't do that.
No.
It's one Grinch and a 240-minute line.
Yep.
So that tells me something too. Is like they could do it faster, but they want to make it less
More special.
more special.
The term is scarcity. They're trying to create scarcity. There's only one Grinch, and if you want to meet the Grinch, that's what it takes. You got to wait in line, but the experience is worth it. And that's that quantity versus quality thing. That is a quality experience. And sweat equity, it sucks. You got to wait in that line, but when you finally do it, you're like, wow, my kid met the Grinch.
God,
You know?
but as a businessman, now you got a bunch of people waiting in line, not spending money. I need them to
We
spend
need somebody
money.
to walk by like you're at a parade and hand your kid a bubble wand for $90.
No. What is right next to the Grinch meet and greet? A bar.
Oh, okay.
All the dads dilly-dillying in line, waiting to... You know, well, if I'm going to be in a line for 240 minutes, I don't have to be sober. The bathroom is there. The bar is there.
All right,
By the
so-
way,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just going to throw something out there. I never have, and I don't think I ever will stand in a 240-minute line. I'm just, nothing is that important for me.
Your kid, though, if Maisie wanted to meet the Grinch,
Well,
so
thankfully,
bad,
she's very mature, and she's like, she ain't got no time for no Grinch.
If
luckily,
Maisie...
my kids are not into anything,
Yeah.
so I'm thankful every
we
day.
dodged some bullets right there, buddy.
There's, they've never really wanted anything.
You want to stand in line for Grinch? They're like, Grinch, what? And you're like, that's good. Good boys. Good boys.
And just to put it in retrospect, you get in the line and you open up your phone and you watch the animated Grinch, you watch the Jim Carrey Grinch, and you still have a 15-minute wait to meet him.
Oh God!
I know, right? Just to put it in
Why does
retrospect.
your brain have to say that to me? That made me angry when you said that. It
Like
made
the
me
Grinch?
so mad that's how long I'll be standing in this line, Joey.
Yep.
Joey, in your opinion, what's the best Christmas experience that any theme park offers? Like, if you were gonna go and you want, like, hey, I want some sort of Christmas time experience.
Savannah Gatorland.
Oh, dude, Gatorland at Christmas
I'm just
was
saying,
amazing.
you've been out there.
You can meet
know,
Cramp. Dude, I was out there with
I'm
you
just
guys.
saying for the money. Try that first.
Yep.
So, because for someone that doesn't know anything about theme parks, the first thing I go to is like, oh, Magic Kingdom
All right.
offers the best overall Christmas, like Christmas
Are you
parade,
talking Christmas vibes?
like
like
Christmas,
feeling?
the decoration,
Yeah.
like parade and stuff for kids for Christmas. Magic Kingdom, am I right?
You're it for younger kids. It's such a like when you say if you're going to do a theme park, what do you want? Are you a childless millennial or you are a father of 7? You know what I mean? There's so many different.
Or you're Philip Rivers.
Back of that up.
Get him, Philip.
So if you got little ones, yeah, the Magic Kingdom's always going to be the staple. You get to meet Mickey dressed up as Santa. You get to see the parade. The funny thing is, what I always love is when I'd be in the park on on Christmas, and there'd be 8 billion people at 7 o'clock in the morning sitting on the street waiting for the parade because they think that's the day it's filmed for television. And they're looking around, where's Regis? Where's Regis? What's going on? When are they going to get here? And I'm like, they filmed that the day after Thanksgiving, right? I'm like, no. I watch it every year on Christmas.
Oh, no.
And they sit there and they base their whole trip on the fact that they were going to sit down and they were going to see John Stamos and they were going to see, and ready. And they're sitting and they're waiting. And I walk over and I'm like, let me ruin this for you.
Now to the side of that is my wife, who is super organized and knows when the tapings are. And as a young girl, she would show up at the Christmas tapings to get a glimpse of NSYNC singing Happy Holidays.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you can find out about those things and do it. It's got to be organized.
There's this new thing called Google.
Yeah, got to be organized if you want to do that stuff.
So the park is open on Christmas Day.
Oh, yeah. Nothing.
Yeah.
The theme parks are 360, never closed.
You ever been on a Christmas day?
Every year.
Oh, you do?
Every year I got clients every year that are like, but here's the thing that kills me. And I don't want to be mean to all the social media people, but you're the reason why the parks are dead or busy on certain days. Like New Year's used to be the big thing. What was awesome is I have families that would come back every year and we'd go to Universal Studios New Year's Day. And I'm like, the parks are dead. Everybody's hungover. Nobody wants to get up early.
Yeah.
Your kids are at the age where they want to do roller coasters. Let's go to Universal Studios on January 1st. It'll feel like we own the park. Not even kidding. A few years ago, some blogger goes, hey guys, this is, Jay's Sweezy835 hashtag emoji face, and I'm here to tell you that the theme parks are dead on January 1st. You should go. And a family shows up ready to go. There were already 100,000 people in the park.
Yep, no secrets anymore. The internet. I mean, that's more the internet's fault. Like it just told everybody all the secrets, and then therefore there's no edge anymore for like anything, because everybody's got the information.
Yes, it's like if everybody would just, if you get that special nugget of like, oh wow, that's amazing, just shut up about it.
Do they do anything special just for Christmas Day?
For Christmas Day?
Yeah.
Nah, it's
the same, right?
It's the same thing.
That sucks because because I've only been to when they open the parks one time.
Oh, really?
And I thought that was pretty cool because it was like the Dapper Dans come out and they're like singing. And if you like barbershop, it's pretty cool. And then the trolley's running and then there's like the horse carriage, right? Like all that stuff.
I missed that. That was cool.
Did they not do that anymore?
No, now it's just a mad dash of
Really?
Yeah, it's.
They used to do like almost a presentation for like, hey, we're opening the parks. And it was like a whole.
It was Casey Jr. at bat. They used to do the Casey Jr. coming around and the train would roll up and they'd all be up there. Now it's just hour before the park's open, lights are green, let's go. And you get in there and
run!
Exactly.
That sucks. Dude, that is not what I would do.
Yeah, it's, you nailed it. That's what it is. This is Sparta!
Crystal's done that one. I refuse to participate, but when Tommy had his birthday at Blizzard Beach, and then Crystal's like, I'm going to show up there. And they open an hour before, and you're allowed to like stand at a ribbon or some sort of stanchion. Yeah. And then they open it up, and then everybody runs to try to get to put their towels on like the quality seats or whatever.
It's pavilion wars.
I'm like, I am not participating. I'll never participate. No. I'm not running with a bunch of other crazy people to try to put their towels on the best seats in the house. And I can run. I can outbeat. But there's no she said exactly that. Like people just took off running and they're like, I gotta get the books. I'm like, this is gross.
Well, wait a minute, you're more long distance. You're not a sprint man. You're not a sprint man. You're not Amon Ra out here like ripping to the thing.
It was last year for my birthday. It was my sister came up from Cape Coral. She's probably in the chat. They drove up 3 hours and they said, what do you want to do for your birthday? And I'm like, well, we'll go to Volcano Bay. It's my favorite water park. It's a blast. I know all the bartenders. We'll go hang out. And she's like, okay, what we'll do is we'll go in the park, 30 minutes before it opens. We'll run to the back of the park. I saw on the map that there's one cabana that isn't a cabana. It's just a covered area. We'll go there. I'm like, no, I'm just going to pay for a cabana. She's like, no, it's too expensive. I'm like, look, it's my birthday. We'll just pay for a cabana. No, we're going to get there early. And I'm just like, you can get there early and you can go get your free whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to fork up some cash and get a cabana. I don't run. I'm too old for that.
But then when they got the free covered seating and you paid $300 for the same thing, you're like
$300. Oh my gosh.
Dude, the last time I got one, I got it for Andrea one time when Maisie was a baby. I'll never do it again. It was like $470.
Oh, you got off easy.
And you know what happened? I got on the line and the lady was like, yeah, and we go ahead and I have you here and I have have you at the spot. We've got you all. Mr. Dennis, you're all good to go. Do you need to know the total on that? I'm like, yeah, go and run the total on that. She's like, $470. I'm like, oh, I'll get it. It was like you're standing there and the hot lady is about to scan the shirt, and it's a $70 shirt, but you only have $20. And you're like, I'll put it on the charge card.
Yep.
Because you don't want to look like an idiot.
Well, it's closer to $1,000 now.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
For a cabana?
I'll tell you what, this is fun. I actually get to give you some useful facts that you might love. If you go to Volcano Bay, they do a cool thing. After 1 p.m., they do PM pricing for the cabanas. They're 30% off. So if you don't want to do a long day...
They can't even do 50%. It's 1% off.
It's $700 now, and you get to stay in it for 1.5 hours. Okay, thank you.
Hear me out.
I'm so lucky.
Hear me out. If the best way to do it is you go in the winter when you get like that one random cold or hot day, like where it'll be 80 degrees at December 30th. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's all the way down to like $340. And you go at 1 p.m. and it's 30% off. Now it's $250. You're like, that's not bad for a cabana. If you
that's not bad. It's about the price it should be.
Yeah, but still, that used to be the price of a GD hotel room that was decent. You know what I'm saying? Like, $230, you can be like, oh, okay,
Wait till you see
that's
what
the Best Western.
wait till you see what Five Guys cost. Oh, it'll blow your mind.
No, it is bad, man. Not to be an old man, but I mean, it's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't do nothing.
I'm truly desensitized. With me being in the park, last year I was in a theme park over 300 days. I'm truly desensitized to the cost of things to where when I go to local places, like I went out to St. Cloud, we went to meet a couple of friends at a bar, and I was like, let me get a round of drinks. She's like, that'll be $8. And I was like, no, I want to get everybody's. And she's like, yeah, that's all 4 of them. I'm like, you got to. I gave her $20 and told her to keep the tip. I thought she was ready to name a kid after me. I was like,
I'm gonna start going to different countries where our dollar is worth more and live like a king because like there are.
When are you gonna do this?
I'm gonna do it next year.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick like just some random South American country or some place that's not popular.
Are you going alone or with your family?
I'm taking my family,
all right.
and then we're gonna stay in a resort, and I'm gonna live like a king and do all this stuff, and then like. Remember when $20 used to go far? Like it used to be something.
Like $1.
like I want to go to a place where $20 means something. Like a
Dollar store.
Like,
That's the only place I know of where $20 means
but
something.
even
You can get 5 bungees for $20 at the dollar store.
if you really want to
it's
live,
all garbage.
no, if you want to live like a rock star, Gemma she went to Thailand. And she's like, I'm like, you went to Thailand? How much did that cost? And she's like, $100. I'm like, for what? She's like, the entire trip. I was like, you're full. She's like, no, literally, I got to ride on an elephant for $3. And they gave the guy $2. I'm like, what?
Yeah, everything's
What?
so cheap there. My dad went to Thailand and he got a razor blade show. 50 cent razor blade show.
That's a good. That's $80 all day long.
Now, he did have to pay $5 for the ping pong ball, but she signed it. She signed the ball.
Yeah.
He still had it. It was a
in their language, and it looks funny.
You know what? And the funniest thing about that, I took the ping pong ball, and before they closed the casket, I put it in.
He would have wanted that.
I'm like, Pong in heaven, Dad. Pong in heaven.
All right.
Somebody's not going to understand that, and somebody's going to write me an email and be like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm like,
No,
you had to have been there.
Our guys understand.
Our guys
know
do.
the ping pong.
Our guys do.
SeaWorld. You said SeaWorld has a good holiday.
SeaWorld
It's a
rocks.
baby whale, man.
SeaWorld, they dress Shamu up like Santa Claus.
You know what? If they wanted to go out with a bang, if they're like, hey, if they knew it was their last year, they'd be like, look, all the animals are getting costumes this year. We're just doing it. And we're going to be out of here, but everybody's getting costumes.
Yeah. The Shamu trying to shake the antlers off.
Just like a dog. Just like a dog does.
SeaWorld is the complete opposite of Disney, where they love their annual pass holders. Like I bought I wish I would have bought the higher tier. I bought the second lowest tier for SeaWorld because it doesn't have blackout dates and free parking. Every time I go, they give us a $10 gift card to use in the park because we have an annual pass. We get a discount on merchandise. SeaWorld is the only theme park on earth that gives you a discount on alcohol. I literally, just on the discount they give me on alcohol, pays for my annual pass every year.
I like SeaWorld.
I
love
do
it.
too. I do too. I'm a fan.
They've got good rides. Everything's quality. You get some animals. Like I like looking at the animals. It's interesting. Like I like showing my sons. Like, hey, look at a walrus. which my son Tommy is convinced it's called a Walter. And he's like, "There's an animal called a Walter." I'm like, "No, there's not, son."
Yeah, it's
and he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "It's got tusks." He describes a walrus.
yeah.
I'm like, "That's a walrus." And he's like, "It's a Walter to me."
It's always a Walter to me. We can go full circle. I love it. We could go full circle.
So they offer some discounts to annual
like
passes.
they love their annual pass holders. They give you, whenever they do their shows, like at Halloween and Christmas, if you're an annual pass holder, they'll do a preview one day where you have to be an annual pass holder to see it, and they open it up to you. There's snacks.
Cool.
Like, it's just mad love to SeaWorld because that's their thing. They're like, look, we love our locals here. It's cool. I mean, granted, our parking lot's hot and we don't have any shades.
Yeah.
So,
Are they phasing out their animals?
They're kind of they're phasing out the fish. I think that stupid
they want to be an
documentary hurt them.
action park, right?
Yeah.
Like it's going to be all like coasters and go more the route of like a Six Flags or a Dollywood or something, right?
Like every time an animal passes away,
Yeah.
they replace it with a ride. Like the polar bears went away, now that's the polar coaster thing with the ice where the blue.
I had no idea.
Yeah, every time.
I'd kill all the animals and get all the rides.
But they have to do it slowly because some people like the animals.
Oh, I like the animals the most.
And if you take them all out, then you're like, why is this place called SeaWorld?
It's just called World.
Yeah. I guess if it was like ocean
no, that's the
themed.
letter C now for coasters. For coasters.
Yeah.
C-World, which is Coaster Worlds. That's what we are now.
Brilliant.
I'm a branding genius.
But
Also could be the C word for girl parts. So I'm going to rethink that.
Fish.
Welcome to Fish World, or Sea World for short. You know what we mean. Smells it here. All right. You're going fast enough. Everything smells like fish.
Oh my gosh. But that's a good time, and then you got Legoland as well. Legoland does it up for that. It's such a long drive to get to Legoland.
I can't get on board with Legoland.
It's for once your kids are 8, they're too old. Like it's for littles.
Yeah, we never made it.
I saw some story about Legoland. Maybe they're getting a new CEO or they're doing some new ride there, but Legoland's trying to compete.
The problem with Legoland is like they have this one roller coaster. It's when I grew up in Pittsburgh, and I used to go to a park called Kennywood, and they're famous because they still had wooden roller coasters. And the one was called the Big Dipper. It would go up and down and up and down, and they have one of those in Legoland where the ride goes up and down. But the fence that they built is like an 8-foot wooden fence. So it's like, I'm in Legoland, and there's a Walmart. I'm in Legoland. Oh, look, there's a McDonald's. I'm in Legoland. There's a bed store. They're trying to be more like we are our own unit. Like the Magic Kingdom. When you're in the Magic Kingdom, all you can see is the Magic Kingdom. You can't see out of it because it's a fictional travel destination. You know what I mean?
They're just hiding all the extreme poverty around that area.
I got a new idea. We're going to end Joey's segment with a ride that existed in a theme park in the world that is insane that existed. Okay. And in Norway, there was a water park. This was maybe in the 80s or 90s, and Daniel could look this up, where they had a water slide that was completely filled with water, the entire thing. So you went through the water slide underwater with no air or whatever, and then it was like a 14-second ride that you went through the tube, and it was see-through, and then there's a video of it on social media. I saw this on some reel, and then I'm like, oh my God, and they shut it down, obviously, but it existed for like X amount of years, and it was a completely underwater tube water slide that people got in at the top and went down, and you had to hold your breath for 14 seconds, and there was no way to get out.
Do you know what this thing is called?
It's just
Do you know what
crazy.
this thing is called? Do you know what its official name?
Stuka?
It's got 2 names. It's either called its real name is the Magasuget in Sommerland, Norway.
Okay.
It's either otherwise known as the water cannon or the 14-second drowning slide.
I'm telling you,
14-second drowning slide.
I can't believe I nailed it. I knew it was like somewhere
Well done.
under 20 seconds or whatever, but it was like
Good job, buddy.
You're
It's
hired.
a 14-second enclosed tube slide. It fires you at a crazy speed down a black pitch tunnel. You get absolutely hammered with water the entire ride. TikTok and travel videos show people coming out shell-shocked and choking. It's known for its intense pressure, constant spray, and surprise drops. Magasugut means the stomach drop in Norwegian.
Wow.
There's no control. It's total darkness. It's they're claiming it's the most intense water slide you could ever run.
There's no
Kind of makes me want to do it. It's
Getting
only 14
waterboarded.
seconds. But if you're being held underwater for 14 seconds, that's a long-ass time. Count it. Count
and
it.
once you go in, there's no way out. You have to go the full 14 seconds before you can. There's no like emergency. There's no sticking your head out.
Has anybody drowned on it?
No, but I actually don't know, but they did end this ride. But I love this Norway. Thank you very much for providing, because there's video of people going on it, and when you watch it,
Would you do it?
it's terrifying. Yes,
Yeah, I think I would do it.
I'd love to. I
As
would.
a kid, you would think with my fear of control or flying, maybe it really is just flying. But I never, man, Der Stuka was like the thing. Like once I did it, I was like, I have to do this every single time. And when they added the Bombay drop to it, what?
Oh,
yeah. But Der Stuka, this would be like once you landed in the water at the end of Der Stuka, they're like, we're holding you down for 8 seconds. And then you can pop up for air.
All right, you ready? Documented.
Yeah.
No injuries.
Okay,
Really?
Yeah.
Documented, no injuries.
Yeah.
Wow.
I guess even if you did
Complaining about water and choking is not an injury. No, that's not an injury.
It's like waterboarding. they are fine. They just think they're drowning.
Yeah.
They'll tell you the secrets.
We are so weak. I have people that get off of Peter Pan and they complain about their neck hurting. These guys are waterboarding and they're like, that was a great ride. Let's do it again.
Yeah, but could you imagine like just opting to get into a tube filled with water and you can't get out until 14 seconds later, and there is no, like, once you are on, that's it. Like, it is terrifying. For most people.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
There's a story why it was closed. They didn't think of something. They kind of screwed this up. It didn't have an emergency power source. And the reason it's been closed was because somebody was in it when they had an extreme power outage, and they got out, but they almost died.
Yeah, okay, yeah. But
because there was no power to push the water, and
then you
in
have to swim.
yeah, I guess you got to find your way out
like
of the
Sanctum.
That's insane.
God, man.
And then you swim
Wow.
backwards. You're pushing the water because your feet first in a tube. So you're like, oh! You're trying to push yourself out of a water
it shut
tube.
down, and then the
Imagine
as somebody was in it, temporary operational interruption, and it was closed. It paused for over an hour.
That's insane.
And the
But
person's-
apparently, no. But according to this, they're saying it has not been closed down. They're saying that it was they just didn't run it at that time. The rest of the time, it's back in. It's still.
I don't think it's currently in operation. And then the
God, because this was
the
in June 2025 is when this happened.
Oh, really?
What they're saying.
Listen, I love Europe. They don't give a damn. And there are no lawsuits over there, so they can do whatever they want. They're like, hey, you want to get in the water? Like, what's going to happen if something bad happens. Like,
I'm doing a double check on it, but
insane.
yeah.
And the real I
No,
saw,
it's not closed. It says there's no indication it's been closed.
Oh, dude, T&D trip to Norway. Let's do this thing.
Yeah, they had that incident in 2025 June. It says it continues to be featured on the park's official attractions page as something you can
Okay,
ride.
all right. And the real I
You
saw,
can
is
go
like,
there and ride it with your sons.
I
Cheaper
thought,
than going to Disney World.
That's insane. You can fly to Norway cheaper.
That's what you get. Death traps when there's no lawsuits.
There
It's
you
kind
go.
of awesome. It makes you die.
It's cool to know it's there.
Oh, a kid dies, and you're like, oh, nothing I can do.
Should have been shut down. No, that's when I swept my argument.
'Cause it does
I
make
think
it-
I had no business ever running to begin with.
It's a little better when you know you're a millionaire. If you don't got that, you're like, oh, it's real sad. All right, Joey, thanks for coming. How can
Love you,
people?
buddy.
How
Thank you
can
so much.
people get in touch with you?
Anybody wants to talk about theme parks, just hit me up at the Joey Mazzant on all social media platforms. I love talking about parks, and I welcome all your questions.
Yeah, you can also help people out if they want to book you or, and that's a whole different story, but that can be done.
Absolutely.
All right.
We'll see you on Monday.